A new study shows Jackson County and many other Oregon counties are failing to keep kids safe from abuse and neglect.
And the report from Children's Trust Fund of Oregon shows Southern Oregon and rural communities are having the hardest time keeping kids out of the system. Newswatch 12's Justin Bork joins us now with more on this new concern.
About 12 kids out of every 1,000 in Oregon fall victim to abuse or neglect, and that number goes up to about 19 out of every 1,000 in Jackson County and more than 24 out of every 1,000 in Klamath County. The Children's Trust Fund did a study looking at prevention. That means finding families before abuse or neglect occurs based on a long list of risk factors, the most serious of which being drug abuse, domestic violence, homelessness, or poor nutrition. What they found was that about a fifth of the kids in Jackson County age 5 or below were actually being served through prevention programs. That goes down to about a 10th in Josephine County and only 5% of those kids in Klamath Falls. By comparison, Douglas County, one of the highest performers, was serving about half of those kids.
We've got to make prevention a priority, and it hasn't been. We're so focused on what are we doing with, with the kids once they have been abused and neglected.
Programs like the Family Nurturing Center in Jackson and Josephine counties do that just same kind of prevention work. They serve families meeting a certain amount of those risk factors and provide education on good parenting, refer to addiction treatment, and do regular home visits. They say that alone can save a kid from entering the foster care system or prevent a lengthy abuse investigation, but there aren't nearly enough programs doing that.
We have a very large waiting list. There's a dire need for these kind of services, for preventative services.
The state is addressing this lack of prevention. Governor Kitzhaber recently ordered the creation of early learning hubs across the state, which, among other things, will help coordinate services across multiple agencies. Now, this is the first study of its kind done in Oregon. The authors say they still aren't sure exactly what counties like Douglas are doing right compared to others. They say that's one of the next steps to preventing this kind of abuse in the future.